Good morning, morning.
Let's get started. Um, Amit, can you begin, please?
Yes, John. So, John, first thing, did you get a chance to test reaction notification batching, the test one?
Um, the batching, no, not so much. Um,
Okay,
yeah, we need to do that today.
we will do it. With no problem. So,
Mhm.
second thing today, I completed this alert what we talked earlier. So that I completed. I am raising pull request now, and I tested that one also. So I need another task for to work.
Okay. What was the last part of
Alert
those?
is like it sounds like you were saying that the alert skin should be based on the preference what user selected, like a following alert, favorites alert, that
Oh,
sort.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So is that deployed to QA?
No, no, I'm replying it. I'm creating pull request first. Yeah,
Okay.
I was testing it, then I will create pull request.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we need to test that too. And you
Okay.
said you need some more to work on?
Yes, yeah, I need some task to work
Okay, we'll do. All right. Thanks, Amit.
on.
Okay. Jerry, how you doing? Can we get your update?
Yes. I had a bit of a late start this morning. I had an inspector come to my house. Apparently, I need to get my all my floors replaced. They
All of your floors. That's a lot of floors.
the entire house because they had a fault when installing my floors. So that's
What? Are they
discussions.
recently installed or?
No, they came to the house 4 years. So I bought the house back in 21,
Uh-huh.
but I was like one of the first houses that used this type of flooring from the builder. And
Uh,
the builder forgot to put a protective padding underneath the floors, and the floors in one of my room were peeling up. And I had the inspector go, and he's like, "Yep, they didn't put the padding." He's like, "Your neighbors are getting their floors redone next week. I'll put you on the list."
oh dang, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's a pain to get everything out, but hey, shoot, new floors for
That's
free.
true. Oh, that's cool. Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Good
So
to-
late start. I was just starting. Danny had a little secret mission for me. Uh,
Oh yeah.
not too big. He can get with you on that, but
Yeah.
I was starting to work on that. It was for the scavenger hunt.
Oh, okay, cool.
So working on working on that. I was pushing something to QA for it. I'll give it a test very shortly. Um, Dashboards. So made the dashboard for linking the investors. Need to finish up the dashboard for the SMS stuff. So I need to get from Todd all of the SMSs that he wants to send, and then I'll show him how to like schedule out an SMS and a dashboard for it. With that said, I'm going to have to make a section on that dashboard to create like I guess I would call it like a shell user
Mhm.
uh, for like these bars and nightclubs to where he can create it without a phone number. Once I have that done, I'll let Todd look at it, see if everything looks good. But plan is that we're going to be using this weekend to send out the messages. The SMSs are going to go out at 8 a.m. the following morning. So we're going to get like a schedule going, and then we'll have it to where we support multiple clubs.
Okay. I mean, 8 a.m. might be a little early for a weekend, but
Okay.
good
Uh,
morning. Maybe a
Yeah,
little later.
it might be. It was Zane's suggestion, but we can always change it.
9, 10. I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make the adjustment.
yeah, doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay, cool. You said something about the investor linking to investors. Which one was that?
Yeah, so because I said there are going to be some users that are not going to be able to link their account, their Circles account, to their investor account in WeFunder because like a private relay email, or they just don't want to look at their email.
Yeah.
So I just made a new dashboard in the admin panel to where we can search the WeFunder database. I think I actually did it. Was it Tuesday? But sounds like Chantel was able to link a few investors with that because it does all the perks. So that it's just as fine as them clicking the email.
I see. Okay.
It's better than just manually giving them the badges. We're linking them to the investor database now still.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
yep, that's going good. And let me go check my notes here. Yeah, we're working on the reacted reactions batching. I had to gave Ahmed some help on that. So we're gonna test that out. And then we got a couple other modifications to the refresh group topics query. that Ismail suggested for like getting the start time, because he
Mhm.
said he might not always get the start time. So I'm going to use the last time that the user marked all messages as read for the start time. So
Okay.
that should be a pretty reliable start time to like refresh the groups in the way that he wants.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Rest of that was working with like the referrals panel. Danny was able to onboard without a problem. We're having issues now with Miho. It's something with Stripe. It's some Stripe issue that isn't letting him sign up.
Oh,
Danny, are you here? Do you have any updates on that? Is he here?
Yeah, I think it's pretty complicated actually. I think he previously had an account and then somehow lost it and it needs to recover it.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Of course. But yeah, because it's all Stripe on this point. Like all those forms are hosted by Stripe, so I don't have much control other than just the initial setup of the account.
right. So he had a Stripe account at one time.
That's what it sounds like. And in the screenshot Danny sent, it looks like that too.
That's kind of an edge case, because I don't think that many people are going to have Stripe accounts. More of a business related thing.
Right.
Interesting. Okay, but otherwise, well, I guess we don't really know how it's going to work yet till he's in.
Yeah. Danny suggested that we will do the payments bi-weekly to start. I've even suggested that we do manual disbursement, that I can do the calculations and then
Yeah, let's do manual to start.
okay, I'll put it in a manual mode to start. And then
Yeah.
we can check the amount so we can just check them, click to send.
Oh, cool. Okay, so everything will tally and work up to the point where you just have to send it.
Correct. It's just going to be a button click to
Oh,
send it if it looks
oh,
right.
cool. Yeah, I mean we're just trial running this on one person. So.
Yeah, and then when it scales, it's nothing to just like trust the system and let it do the whole process on its own.
Cool. That's exciting. Cool. What else going on?
Let's see. I was working with Ian and Morrow on a on the landing page for like showing if the user that favorites tech to you would get either a refund or a discount. So the way I think Ian sent you some links, and the way that the user would see that is Core is going to control which version of the page to show the user. Whether it's going to be they get no discount, which would just like normal flow bring them to the app store if they don't have the app. Then there's the discount flow, which will say get $50 off your next service, and then there's the rebate flow. But that's completely controlled from Core's end right now. That we're going to be after they favorite text you, I have their customer ID, and I'll be pinging Core with that customer ID to process that perk.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I built it a little. I built it a little agnostic. I just called it external customer ID. So maybe if we have more integrations, if there's a more savvy business that has their own little system, we can integrate with that.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I want to test that out before we do it. At least the links and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yep. Other than that, just wrapping up on these dashboards. There's a little bit of cleanup that needs to be done on it.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Very
Hey,
good.
Jared, what's this SMS follow-up that's on here now?
That is what I'm working on with Todd.
Oh, okay.
So the way that's so basically, what we're doing for like the nightclubs, the QR code and all.
Yeah.
We're just gonna put it there. Maybe I don't know if I should put it somewhere else or not, but anyone for that inviter. So if you go like Bar West has an entry. And what we're going to do is Sunday morning, we're going to send out an SMS for everybody that scanned the or that entered their phone number on the invite page Saturday night. Will get an SMS Sunday morning if they had not onboarded yet.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Very good. Okay. Thanks, Jared.
Mhm.
All right. Ismail, let's get your update, please.
All right. So, step up QA build 44. I had my changes for the refreshing of the topic. I tested it on my physical phone. It seems to be working as expected. I would like more people to get in on testing though and make sure because it's a little hard. You have to have it in the background for X amount of seconds. I'm not sure what that is for it to be unsubscribed, but I had it for at least 20 seconds, which I think is enough. And then I sent the message and I went back and the topic was there. And it didn't, there was no blink, nothing. It does add to the end, not to the beginning though.
It
And
adds to it.
I kind of had to have it that way, so it doesn't mess up the. If it was to be added to the beginning, we'd back to square one with the whole refreshing.
Oh,
So
right. It doesn't put it in the first position.
it doesn't, but the subscription does the same thing, so it's
Yeah.
consistent with the subscription behavior. I made it behave the exact same way, so it doesn't break anything.
Gotcha.
But it's better than not having it at all, obviously. And of course, if you go back to the lobby or the whole app refreshes, it will be at the beginning.
So to recreate this, this is if we're in a conversation
Yeah,
and a new topic is created,
but the app is in the background
with the apps in the background.
for enough seconds to unsubscribe.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you just put it in the background, it's probably still going to be subscribed for like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, maybe more. I'm not. I don't
And
have exact.
what was the
figure.
defect prior? What would have happened?
So you wouldn't see the topic when you go back. Like you see, oh, your friend created a new topic. You'll go, you won't see it, and if you click on a notification, it won't take you anywhere.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it will be there, just at the end of the array.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When you
Which
leave and
made,
come back, it'll go to the
uh-huh.
front. When you leave and come back, does it go to the front?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
Or if
Yeah.
the app refreshes. I was gonna say it's if the array is short, you will see it obviously, but if it's long, then it'll just you have to scroll to see it.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
But if you tap the notification, it'll take you right into it, the topic
It
anyway.
should. I added logic where even if the initial command, like, because it has to load the from the query first, right? So if it doesn't catch it the first time, I have logic after the query completes, and if the user had clicked on a notification to store that value and then navigate it after it completes.
Okay.
So we need to do more testing around that. My phone was being stupid yesterday. I wasn't getting any notifications, so that's the only part that I was gonna test, but I couldn't. So I probably have to like restart the app and do a few things, but or reinstall it, I should say. But that's something to test now in the new build. Like everybody, it's up on iOS and Android.
Okay.
And I'll do some testing too, because I just have to kind of reinstall it. And then I had done the build like really late at night, so I didn't do all the reinstalling and everything. But yeah, that being said, I this morning I shifted my gears to the tagging people. So I made really good progress there. Kind of have a quick demo to show. It's not ready yet. It's still a lot of work to do, but I kind of want to show where I'm at with it. So
Sure.
let's share my screen, and here we go. So if you can see, we have phones here. So this is an image we click on. So now if I click on it, it's just going to create a tag where I click.
Okay.
And then there's another tag. And then this is what I was working on. I can drag it and it'll save the new position of the tag.
Okay.
And the cool part about this is so if I was to go now, those were dynamic tags that we created. And even though that seems simple, I was a lot of work to get that to behave the way I wanted to because the dragging was not working, the click was not accurate. Oh, and also if I it's not just you can still click on the screen. So if you click outside the screen, nothing happens. And if you try to drag it outside the screen, it goes back to like the edge.
Oh, nice job. That's good.
Yeah. So a lot of edge cases I had to take care of
Right.
to get it to behave like this, and a lot of math. Um,
Oh, there's going to be an X next to him, I think, right?
yeah. This is just placeholder. Like this is just proof of concept, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's going to be an X. There's going to be a name, and before when you click, a list is going to pop up before it even places it here.
Yeah, I was
So-
gonna say, and you wouldn't be able to do two at once. You'd have to do one, then another, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, this is just I'm getting like the the functionality of this going, and then the rest I'll add. It shouldn't be too hard.
Okay.
And then last part I wanted to show was uh, or let me see, was here. Okay, there we go. So, oops, what did I do? Okay, okay. So now see here, these are two tags that I had, and we can see here, I had now I hard coded them. So if you see, this is the SE, and this is now don't let the size fool you, because my computer makes them both look like they're the same size, but in reality, this is like
Yeah, they're very different
they're
size.
very different. Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you look at how they map, I think
Yeah.
that's pretty much one to one. Like I can't like I can't spot any differences in terms of
Yeah.
placement.
That's right on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good job. Yeah, that seems like it's gonna scale up and down, no problem.
correct. Uh, so I would say this is the hard part. It's
Mm,
done. Now I have to do the whole selecting a person, getting their name, having the little X here, putting the name after you click,
yeah.
and uploading it to the back end. I still need to figure out how that's gonna look, the object, and then I'll send that over to Ahmed or Jerry. And
Okay.
yeah.
Great. Yeah. What's up, Ian?
I'm just curious if there's any complications with portrait versus landscape or like unusual oriented photos when it comes to the math that you have to do.
Well, we don't support landscape. Like if you rotate your phone, it doesn't.
Sorry, what I
Wouldn't
meant was like the photo that we're being provided by the user. So if they provide us a
No,
portrait
'cause
versus landscape
the way we approach this is percentages of width and height, so it's always
of the image.
yeah, and
Oh,
of the image,
that's cool.
not the screen exactly. That's the key.
Nice thinking. Yeah, good solution. Cool.
Well, I borrowed it a little from ChatGPT, and then I think Ismail put his own extra
And on it. Yeah,
on it.
great job, guys. That's a tricky one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot, even though it looks simple, getting the math part of it right was a little bit
I
annoying.
totally understand. I was immediately like, I jumped in a little late, but I was like, oh man, this is a monster.
Yeah.
What's up, Amin? Did you have a question?
Yeah, I just want to ask you, man. Like, is this like you used gesture handler?
Use what now?
You used like for dragging the tag. You used the gesture handler.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
Wow.
yeah, so still a little bit of cleanup needs to be done, and then I'll start at the yeah, like I said, the bliss the fun stuff where you pick a person, you get to see the name, and
Yeah.
upload it to the back end.
Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah, you got the hard part out of the way. Looks like it's gonna cooperate. And it's gonna be a great feature. Nice job.
Do we have a design for what it's going to look like with like let's say I'm tagged in a photo? Does it say Ian or does it show my profile photo? Like, is
It'll
there
look
already a
like
design?
this,
Okay.
and then
I
so
was
like you would basically, like when you click, you select a person from like a list, and then the name of that person would be in the
Yeah,
tag.
that's cool. Nice. I like names a lot better than I do profile photos just because you can read them, and I think that's kind of the standard.
Yeah, that's the Instagram model.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna
That's really
be
cool. I'm excited to see that.
yeah. All right. Thanks, Ismail. Nice job. Okay. Let's get your update, please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You said they finished working on all like the issues and the fixes we had to apply for the new finder screen, new people finder screen. Um, yeah, it was all done. What was in it exactly? Let me see. Yeah, like
Yeah,
we add.
good. I showed that to some people. They really like it.
I
Did you end up doing the brighter phone screen on it yet?
forgot. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
That's all right. That's a little small thing.
Yeah, I forgot that one. But like I did the loader there. Like if
Oh yeah, the
you,
skeleton.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I
Not
didn't see it
skeleton,
because
but
it
like
was already loaded. But
like no, but, like, the one that is the inside the with you when you add a contact.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta test that one. Okay, cool. That's in this
Yeah,
build.
yeah, that's in this build. You should be seeing a loader overlaid on the review.
Okay.
So there will be like no in between delays or something like that.
Okay. Very good.
And what was also there? Let me look to the changes. Yeah, also let me see fixes. I mean, yeah, we did all the fixes that we needed to do there. Uh, but the other thing is also um dismissing like downloading an image from the chat. It will dismiss the Moodle and show the toast.
Yeah, that's great. That's after you do the download.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot that was
Uh,
in. I gotta test that one too. Cool.
yeah. Also, like finished working on the phone, the country code speaker,
Mhm.
and yeah. Like if you remember yesterday, I asked you like whether that matters or not. Like Jerry told me the country code would not matter in this search. I'm not sure how that's gonna be.
How could that be, Jerry? How can I search for an international phone number without the country code?
Because they're all like 10-digit numbers. So the idea is that we have a 10-digit phone ID,
Uh,
and that's what you would search against.
but well, what do you mean they're all 10 digits? Some countries have 9 and some have 11.
Well, it would be we have a field still called phone ID, and it would be whatever comes as an exact match. As a start, right now, you know, it's going to be very rare that, let's say, excluding the country code, that two phone numbers would overlap. We are adding support to search by the country code,
Uh,
but what I'm just saying is like right now in the current state, I don't
yeah.
know what the possibility would be for there to be any overlap between
Well, there's
you.
a reason there's country codes though.
No, I know there's a reason that there are country codes,
Mm.
and it will be added. I'm just saying right now, the odds of your number matching a 10-digit number in Russia when
But
you the entry code, the country code.
if they don't match, that's also opens other possibilities. So, um, okay, so let's say I'm overseas. I come in from India.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're +91.
Uh-huh.
Um, so you're saying without the +91, they have a tangent number just like the US,
Right.
but they have a billion numbers.
Yeah, but the odds of that number exactly lining up with somebody else's number right now, do we need a country code lookup? Yes, that is the long-term answer.
Okay.
Yes. But I'm just saying right now,
Okay.
having of all the phone numbers that exist, that would be how many numbers is that? Like, yeah, a billion phone number combinations. Yeah, a billion different phone numbers.
Uh,
For your 10-digit phone number to be exactly the same 10 digits as somebody in another country.
well, keep in mind there's hundreds of millions here, and then you got Canada and other countries. So I mean,
With the numbers that we have in our database right now, I'm saying it's very unlikely, not zero. But,
yeah.
but we do need it. We do need it. I'm with
Okay.
you there. I'm just saying it's not. I don't see it as hypercritical, but it will be done.
Well, the front end has support now.
Yep.
Amin built it with the country code picker.
Mhm.
So when when you do a search by phone number, you're picking the country code now on the front end. Is that irrelevant? Is what you're saying right now, as far as the back end's concerned?
Right now, it would be irrelevant, but it should be relevant.
Okay.
It should be, but I'm just saying, matter of fact, for all the numbers that we have in our database, like we're not going to, I mean, I could run a query right now and see, do we have two phone numbers in our database that have the same 10 digits?
Well, that'd be impossible, wouldn't it?
Um,
What'll happen is it will be a problem when it occurs. Not, it's not a problem yet. but it's the first time it occurs, it'll be a problem.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if it even has happened yet, but I can find out very quickly. Let's say.
Okay. Okay.
But that contribute picker it comes in handy
Mhm.
because we send that to the review to show the country code next to the phone number inside the review.
Right, which I just tested and is not doing that yet.
I think that's need some work from Jerry on the review, right, Jerry?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. I mean, there's occasions constantly, like just yesterday, I had a problem with Airbnb where some phone number must have been a really old one on an old Airbnb account of mine. It's on my Airbnb account. I have a guest staying at one of my properties. They didn't text me on the number I text them on. They were trying to text me through Airbnb. They said they called it, some lady answered.
Mhm.
And that just happened to me yesterday. So those phone numbers get recycled constantly. If they're 10 digits, there's no, I mean, I would say probability is high that it's going to clash with other numbers. And obviously it gets higher every day.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No, it's
it was
possible.
a mess actually yesterday. What's that? Go ahead.
So I would say absolutely there is absolutely like non-zero, almost certainty that there will be clash. I'm just saying with the current number of phone numbers that we have in our system right now, there is no clash. We're just getting this feature tested, but now we can improve upon it.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. So how hard is it to support the country code during that search?
How hard is it to support the country code during a search? Not hard. We just got to add the parameters on the back end of the query.
So I mean, like the next time one of these Instagram pages does a post about us, half that audience is international.
Mhm.
And they go to the people finder screen often and search, so it's going to happen. So they'll be searching too. Don't keep in mind, it doesn't mean they're necessarily, the numbers dwindle quite a bit. Like the probability increases a lot because one person could search many people's numbers thinking they're searching their India area code or country code, for instance. And so it's not, you're thinking one-to-one match of user to user, but that's not necessarily the problem we're going to face. It's going to be people just expecting like, oh, maybe my friend is in here, or someone in my contact. Someone imports 1,000 contacts. Now you just put three more zeros. You take that off of the probability. Like if it's that much of a long shot, you just took 3 zeros off of it. If they had 1,000 contacts, it starts getting that number closer to one-to-one, like of probability.
I don't think it's that likely. It's just very likely, and in the end, it's gonna get done. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it just happened
Well,
yesterday, is what I'm saying in a different way.
right.
Um,
And so what would be the plan if we're not using the country code then? Is it we wait until there is a problem to fix it?
No,
Or we have an idea on when we should implement it?
we're implementing it. Like I know how to implement it. I'm just saying this is just part of the incremental improvements.
yeah, so
Okay.
it's not going to be like a big overhaul or anything.
Right. Rather, yeah, we're just incrementally improving it.
Okay. Well, now once it rolls out, it's not live yet.
Mhm.
Technically it is, but this new screen isn't live yet. But hopefully by tomorrow. But maybe by tomorrow we could have it there, just because there is a lot that's going to be happening over the next few days. I'm getting a lot more downloads, especially international too. So yeah, if you know how to do it, let's get it done here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead. I mean, you were saying there was some other updates.
I think yeah. What's yeah. Also in that build, there is the fix for the discovery groups at the top of the lobby. Like remember you reported an issue like there was like no groups if the location was denied. So I fixed that.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
in this build too. So like right now, if you go and you disable your location, you still gonna see groups there.
Okay. Okay, good.
Um, what else? Yeah, I think that's it. Yesterday with the fixes, and today I yeah I'll do this brightness thingy with the QR code. Also, there's like two other issues that I still have here. It's like this one for the manage groups. Like we need to refetch like whenever the user like leave that manage group with you, we need
Hmm.
to refetch again to see the latest updates that the manager did there.
Okay, yeah.
Um, yeah.
What's up, Todd?
Um, there's a couple things. I'm not sure how urgent they are. I posted them in development. Um, one was an Android regarding a drawer that's not interactive
Hmm.
from a user screen. I'm not sure
Okay.
what that needs attention at all immediately or not. Um, there's also an issue with just one particular business. I have found that when I searched it, it came up with a different profile than what I expected. Like it's the wrong address.
Okay. Oh yeah, let's
Um,
start with the first one, the drawer. Hey, Ismail, can you take a look at the development channel chat? I forgot about this from yesterday. Um, you worked on this drawer where you hit the three dots and you can mute or share the profile and stuff like that. On Android, those buttons appear to not be interactive. Ismail, are you there?
Oh, sorry, stepped away for a second. What was that?
The drawer, if you look at development channel chat in Slack, the drawer
Mm-hmm.
that you worked on after you tap the three dots to share a profile or mute, a block a user, stuff like that. Those buttons don't, you can't interact with them on Android.
Let me see. Development chats. We have the drawer. Uh, oh, you're talking about the. Okay, so those are not clickable in Android.
Seems not
All of them.
right. None of the buttons
Correct.
are.
Interesting. Okay, I'll look at that today. If that's weird.
Okay. And then what was the other one, Todd?
just above that, it's just I was searching for a business called Handles Ice Cream here in Roseville, and shows when I do the search, it comes up with the Roseville address. When I click on the result and it takes me to the profile, it takes me to a business in Arizona.
Okay. You're in
I'm not
QA.
sure if this is unique. No, this is same version 42 Android Play Store.
Okay.
I checked this from both iOS and Android just in case it was some weird thing. But I don't know if this is unique to
Also,
this
just a
business or there's other
quick
businesses
question.
like this.
Sorry for to interrupt, but
Yeah,
for the Android one, the one that's not clickable, has that always been the case, or or is that just in 42?
I don't know. I don't know that I can go back to previous versions on Android to
Mm.
test. So, and I only recognize it in this current version.
Okay, no problem.
So if you search handle HANDEL ice cream in Roseville, you'll get the result for the Roseville address. But when you tap on it, it takes you to an Arizona business.
I also can't get their trust tip images to load.
Right. There's no trusted images either. I'm not sure if it's even the same business
Hmm.
I'm just ranting on mute again, but
Hmm.
or not.
something tells me that this was a business that was migrated over, and there were issues with that migration.
Either that, or there are some that were favorited long ago, and wires got crossed. I don't remember exactly why. There's this like shaved ice place on Kauai,
Mhm.
and it kept showing up in different weird places. Um, never. I don't know that we ever got to the bottom of it. Can you look into this particular one, Jerry?
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like it was one of those original like imported profiles.
Mhm.
Um, and that could also mean why there might have been an issue migrating the trust tip images. I don't know where those trust tip images would live, but I thought we had. Oh man, I thought we had run a script for those trust tip images.
Yes.
Then could you see why this profile is blank? Well, why these images are showing empty?
For which profile?
It's a development channel,
Handles homemade ice cream.
and I mean,
I don't even know if that's even a business in Arizona.
can you look at the same screenshot? And this is on Todd's Android. It looks like those nav bar buttons are still conflicting with the app. Where it's like it's overlaid on top.
You're right.
Which screenshot exactly? There's
It's in development channel. It's a
yeah,
ice
one
cream
related to which one? There's like a
handles homemade ice cream.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, because I didn't did the white bar, so that thing will be white all the time. So it's let me take a note of it. It's not. Let me see.
Okay.
It's not my notes. That's why. Okay. Let me. Um.
Okay. Thank you. And then Amit, you're looking up
Yes,
this.
Jan.
Okay.
So, hmm. So this has a location in Surprise, Arizona. Like that's an actual location. Now I see for the result, it is saying Roseville, and what that could lead me to believe is that they like. Now, why would it be showing Roseville? That because I don't even see a Roseville location in the database, which means
I
that
was just going to say the same thing. Yeah, I don't either.
did they like change their
Yet the result is there.
Yeah. Where like
The
It is
result,
actually
where are
there.
we pulling that address
the
from in the
result,
search results?
the result on the check-in screen is from Google.
right? This is from so. What I'm saying is that so I think there is both a location in Roseville and in Arizona.
There probably is.
There is.
I came across this. There's a Round Table Pizza near me that is the same situation where it's like it's on my map on the map near me, but then the address is like Las Vegas or Scottsdale or something like that.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I don't know what. Maybe when Eric did some kind of import, he
Yes,
probably went by name, or thinking
that's
like, oh,
what
what are the chances of it having the same name? And
he completely ignores every chain business.
right, something where it just wasn't foolproof. Where if I'm sure if he had asked me, I would have said, don't do that. Now we have this situation with a few different businesses. How do we undo this problem?
Because this is the one in Roseville, I should be able to update the address for this one.
Okay.
Then we can.
Well, but here's the thing. There's probably a favorite in Surprise, Arizona,
Well,
also.
I can't tell you which one's in which,
Right.
but what I can.
I'm gonna guess the majority of these people favorited it in Roseville,
Yeah, I mean these were like 4 years ago. I would almost. Yeah.
and then probably one person favorited it in Arizona, and now that's where the cross contamination happened.
I don't even think it was somebody favorited in Arizona. I think there was just something that crossed when migrating the database over.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, I believe this would be the Roseville location. I'll update the location to be Roseville, and then that should be good.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give you the other one too if I come across it again. Some pizza place near here. Um, if I see any others, you can change them for
Mhm.
me. Okay, Chantel, if you come across anything like that too, will you let Jerry know?
She just said BRB. And just to confirm too, Amit's working on the Cloudinary. Image is not loading for that profile.
It's probably something different than that, but he is looking into it. I think they're not assigned to the right profile.
Hmm.
So yeah, was there one other thing, Todd? You said something about this the player.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't replicate her issue. That wasn't it sounds like she has some settings on her phone that are causing her rad live stream to pause when some other apps or pop-ups on the front of her screen. I'm not sure exactly. She installed some other third-party app that for phone calls and messages she was telling, and that is kind of hard to follow, but I don't think it's anything to do with what we're dealing with because I can't replicate it.
Todd, I was waiting for you to get more information on that when we were talking about it yesterday. And now I can suggest what I was thinking yesterday, which is I know of third-party applications you can install for Android, which route audio to different locations simultaneously. So if you're wearing like your Bluetooth earbuds and you want your phone to ring, but not your Bluetooth earbuds, you can actually route the audio to go to different places. But a side effect of most of those applications is that they can only handle a single audio source at a time
Right.
through a single place. So if she's got like her headphones in, or she's Bluetooth to her car or whatever, and the phone rings, it basically kills the source audio from whatever you actively have playing and then overrides that. And it doesn't have intelligence to go back and hit play again when you're done. So that it's
Right.
like a very common problem and side effect for third-party applications that control audio on Android.
Why does Android
Yeah.
have to be so just wild
It's
west?
like I get it. I mean, as a tech, I love it because I
Yeah,
understand the limitations of these
yeah.
programs
The problem
and
is 99% of people are not techs.
right, exactly. It's the reason
It's
why
the
I
same
switched
as
to iPhone.
Microsoft
I don't want to deal
Windows.
with it.
You know,
Yeah. Windows is the same thing. You allow third parties into your operating system. These are
yeah,
the kind of problems you're going to see.
Yep.
yeah. Well, then I guess that's a false alarm on that one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm still in a private chat with her. If I have anything new, I'll let you guys know.
I was pretty confident that was going to be, but the only thing I was waiting for is if you were going to say it was an iPhone user, then I would have said we have to do some investigation. She would have basically had to do a jailbreak for that problem to happen.
Yeah, no. Android party app.
Yeah.
That was it. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, I got the address updated for the ice cream place.
All right, thanks.
Jerry, which address updated? What is profile key?
76262.
7626.
Hey, I mean, when a user adds a contact manually and it pulls up the SMS store, the the text message that's pre-populated, that comes from the front end, right?
Let me make sure. I think yes. Can you tell me something in it so I can just search?
Yeah, let's see. Here, I'll just send you a screenshot. Because I thought we replaced this one. This one's kind of longer.
Yeah, it's front end.
Okay. Is this one of like, does it rotate? Is it, or is it always going to be this one in this spot?
I think it's always gonna be this one. Yeah, we don't
Okay.
put anything there.
Okay. Jerry, do we have a test run in? I don't know if we really followed through with this, the various SMS messages that are pre-populated. I really would love to have data on effectiveness of these.
Let's see. It should be.
I mean, I'll probably send you an updated um, message for this.
Yep.
Is
I
there
got
other? Yeah, go ahead, Jerry.
Yep. I got data.
Okay. Can you send that to me?
Okay. Let me.
And you're sure it corresponds? Because like I know we also were alternating the link sometime, the invite image.
Well, this message comes from the back end. The text would come from the back end, and the back end is going to be like whatever it's saving there.
Okay. And how many do you have?
I see 15, 30 invites, but I have different variations. I'm getting all the variations, and then we'll
Okay, cool.
get that.
Okay. So I mean, what are you working on now?
Yeah, like what have we been working on? Like these two things, the Android nav bar, also increasing brightness. Yeah, by the way, I just remember like I remember the issue yesterday that Todd shared with the Android for this user that keeps crashing
Mhm.
for her. Like I did a little bit research. That might be related to the expo to the OTA library we're using for OTA.
Oh, really?
Could
Hmm.
be. So maybe
Even if
just
you don't send an OTA?
yeah, it seems like it's not like want to send an OTA because there's no OTA there, but though somewhere in the OTA code it crashes. Not like our code we wrote because that works fine for iOS. Just
Mhm.
somewhere like deep down in the native library that
Mm.
crashes. And I think that maybe it is based on the stack trace that's there. So maybe just an upgrade would fix it. I'm not really sure.
Is there a newer version of it?
Yeah, there's like other versions. The thing is like with Expo, you can just go to the latest. If you wanna like upgrade like one of their libraries, you have to be on the latest Expo, and because versioning it's all like version React Native, they need always to be in sync. I
So,
can see if we can upgrade to the latest without like breaking, because I don't think so. Because the latest was a lot of other breaking changes happening there.
mhm.
You need to be in the latest expo to have any other library expo, the latest of it.
Mm.
So, but I'll try and see if it just works. That would be good.
Okay. So we are behind with that library,
Yeah, well,
but um, we don't have to go up another level on React Native.
hopefully, it's like yeah, until I'm gonna try that and see if
Mhm.
it's not complaining in anything, then yeah,
Okay. Okay, cool. Hopefully that works. um,
yeah, that would be it for me.
okay. The that heart loader when I did the save contact,
Mm-hmm.
it was still really delayed. Like it came long after I pressed the save contact button.
Like the save and invite, the pink one.
Yeah. Also, it didn't show me the. Maybe it did actually. Um, I forgot to put the digits after the name. Let me see if it would say invite. Actually, didn't say invited though.
Did you saw the SMS drawer and you send the message? You press the send.
Actually, I hit cancel.
Oh
So
yeah, so that's why you hit cancel. Remember, like we discussed that yesterday. If you hit cancel,
that's
it's
true.
not gonna say is invited.
That's true. Okay. Cool. Okay. But yeah, the heart loader was really delayed.
Okay, like when you press the pink button, it was delayed. Like when did you say saw the hard loader?
After you know how there's a modal that says save contact, are you sure?
Uh-huh.
And then it says yes, add it, and tap that. It goes back to the web view, and that was at 16 seconds in on my video, and then 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Then you see the heart loader, but the heart loader is like a half a second, not even a half a second. So it kind of like defeated the purpose. I could send this to you.
Jerry, like when a user click on confirms that he want to add that when I add that contact, do we do anything else? Like, do we call any other queries from the web view, or like directly we send back the event?
Let me make sure. Let's see.
Man, I've been having these like war airplanes fly over my house. Those things are loud as hell. Scare my daughter.
Might have an air show in town.
I think I have a military base not too far away from the area, but yeah, they've been very active these past few days.
Right. I heard a lot of tanks are on trains getting moved around and stuff like that too. Just we're getting on a war footing.
Yeah.
Or you might have an air show in town.
I don't know, yeah, but
Let's hope for the
There's an airport near me where they do the air show, and then they practice, the day, a couple days before. Today's Thursday, so
I would say with the time and everything going on, I don't think it's a show.
yeah, yeah, it could be either way.
Yeah.
Those things are super loud though. They're really cool. I went to the air show a couple of years ago, and I was way off, like down at a vendor, like really far away from like the main crowd, and the jets. This was like it was like lining up to get into a formation, and it happened to fly just right over my head, and it was nuts. It was so crazy loud to be that close. Like it was like feet away from my head.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I went to a football game. It was the first full capacity game after COVID, and we were there at the tailgating, and there was going to be a flyover at the anthem, and all up until leading before the game, they were doing like very low passes above the tailgating. It was just insane how
Yeah, it's almost like a primal feeling when you hear thunder like that. Like, have you ever been next to a lion when it roared in real life?
no.
It's it does something to your primal brain. Like it shakes you deep down inside of your core. Like it is a rumble that I can't describe. Kind of like the jet. It's
Mhm.
something you just have to experience because they have a deep rumbling roar, like something else.
That
Yep.
must be so cool.
It's
Yeah, certainly. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, certainly numbed out all the tailgaters. You can hear like all the music playing and just but as they pass over, you get 5 jets, a couple thousand feet over you.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah. So about this web view now, we do have to save the invite to the database. I don't think that would take long because what I have to do is I have to save it before I call the SMS drawer because we need an invite key to show in the drawer.
Hmm.
So
Well, wait, it's already got the number.
we
I
need.
sent a screenshot of the section where it had the delay.
Let me. But
That's not a screenshot, a screen record. And I dropped in development for you guys to get a feel for it.
yeah, like there's. I see. It's like very.
Yeah, the heart loader is far shorter than just the wait time. Kind of defeats it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like there's about a half second wait.
It's a good 2 seconds after I hit add it, the blue button.
Okay. Then
You
maybe.
see that it dismisses that modal, and then 2 more seconds go by. Then you get the gray screen overlay.
Um. Let me look at the process on this. So what it does is you hit add, and then the modal goes away. Okay, let me.
If we could get any kind of feedback on these buttons too, like the save button or the add button or the cancel button, does web support that? Like is it,
I'll have to fire back an event. I would have. Amin would have to
no
be.
more no more of no, just like more in the HTML. Like if you tap it, does it like look like it depresses
Um.
or
Yeah.
fade? You know how they fade on apps?
Okay. Yeah, we can style that.
Yeah, because you can't really tell that you've pressed it.
Mhm.
Let's do a consistent one, maybe with all of our views. Is that something that'd be pretty easy to apply across? Maybe an IOG could do it.
I don't think it would be consistent across all the views. That would have to be because of their different colors.
Hmm. There's
See,
not like a fade that can be applied, like a standard fade.
that would still have to be like done in a lot of places.
True.
But I mean, yeah, it's all possible. It's all possible in a styling.
Okay. Well, let's start here
Hmm.
with it because this is an app in a sense.
Hmm. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so we are hiding the modal before we save it. So that makes sense why it would hide. Okay. So I might need. So what would be the preferred response here? So maybe. I could. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out the best way we could do this without adding in potential for errors because it blanks out like it. Not say it blanks out, but that that almost the second where the modal is closed and then it's just white before it fades to dark.
Yeah.
We're saving it.
Mm.
So
But that's where you want the heart loader.
yeah, I can add. I would have to probably add a heart loader on my end then.
We were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, I might have to do it on my end, but
Because the two approaches were this would have been the idea here was this would just be one step.
was
If the
still
app did it.
there's still a delay though. Like you can still see there's a short delay.
Yeah.
So it's like it means heart loader still needs to be there. But it's like I need one on the web view. You could have the possibility of there being double loaders for a
No, no, it should be one or the other.
I think okay, I think I can remove mine before. Yeah, I can definitely remove mine before before I prompt his.
But so then we're looking at two different ones.
Yeah, there'd be two different ones. It'd be one on the web view, and then when the web view one clears, then it triggers the one in the app.
I don't like that. There's gonna be it's not gonna look right. Um, hmm. I mean,
I
yesterday when we were talking about it, I was just thinking like the web view should handle everything because we're out of the app at this point.
but what happens though is the drawer. There's still going to be a delay when we call the drawer. The SMS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to call the SMS role, like we need to do some queries, and that's why there was like this heart loader like
I see.
that. It was there because I called some queries. Seems that it was faster. It just like took like a half a second,
Hmm.
but yeah. But right now,
So
seems the one that sticks longer is the one on the web view. So
yeah. So if okay, Jerry. So like if we're looking at the screen record, I sent if we're in the modal where it says "Are you sure?" and if you tap the yes add it button, if you added a loader on that button like a spinner,
You're meaning like on the actual button, or I just like put it
yeah,
up full screen.
on the button, we do that in app a lot.
Okay. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
let's talk it through. So if you put it there, um, how does it know when to stop? Wasn't that the problem? Like, because then it'll
I'll,
does it?
I'll,
Mhm. Go ahead.
I'll know when to stop because I'll know when it's saved to the database, and then right before I trigger the message to the app to pull up the drawer, I can hide my spinner.
Okay, so would the modal remain? Because right now, as soon as you hit yes, add it, the modal it disappears.
We can have the modal stick around.
I think that'd be better.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have the modal stay, spinner on it, and then the drawer SMS drawer comes up.
Okay, got it.
Okay, great. So then Amin probably could remove the heart loader. Right?
I think he still needs it for like about that little bit.
Okay. Okay. Doesn't hurt, but it does turn the screen gray and things like that. Like I don't know if I don't want to put unnecessary transitions if we
I
don't
did.
need.
I made it like deemed a little bit, so the hot loader pops.
Yeah, but if we're doing it this other way and the modal is there, um, I guess it's probably all right. The modal will disappear and then it'll be the gray overlay with the heart loader for for a half second. Is that what'll happen?
Well, if the model disappeared, then there will be no loader there because I show like the loader is overlaid on top of the model.
No. If you look at the screen record, the modal disappears, then the heart loader shows up.
Like which model exactly? Oh, the one that confirms. Are you sure?
That one, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. Yeah.
Because otherwise, we don't need the heart loader if it just goes straight. If because he's saying this modal will not disappear now, which is fine, which is probably better. And then the drawer comes up over the top, right? We don't really need. Will the drawer come right up over the top of the modal?
Yeah, yeah. The SMS draw comes up on top of anything that's on the screen.
Okay, so Jerry, you'll have the modal there until the drawer comes up.
Yep.
So we don't need the other. I
Well,
guess
I guess there's still going to be like half a second though, because like whenever it's done saving, I'm going to keep the modal up. Then when it's done saving, I hide the modal. But then that's whenever I trigger the app. There's still going to be like maybe a quarter or a third of a second.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go with it as is and see how it goes. So then, are you making those changes?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Um, Speaking of loader or spinners on buttons too, I want to fix the one in the favorite flow. Maybe we could work on that this today. I mean, I just want to do some polishing there. I thought I had one more question here too. Let me think. Oh yeah, we're gonna change this text also. Jerry, you're gonna send me the data on the text that we're.
I have that queried up already. Let's see. Can I? Oh shoot. Can I do this? Copy and paste. Would this be easy? I'm trying to see if I can copy paste this query and just send it.
Okay, cool.
That doesn't look right. So let me save the CSV.
While you're doing that, let me get Wells update. Hey Wells, how's it going over there?
Doing great. So, two PRs merged mainly. Yesterday, the winner circle got merged, so it should be on the next build. Cool stuff, right?
Great.
Yeah, and also the when you are navigating into a profile and you see a trust tip that has more than one photo, before no matter which one of them you clicked, it would open from the first. Right now, you can click on any of them, and it will start from any of them. So that was implemented in merge as well.
Great.
And right now, I am implementing the see more on the favorites. So making it so when you, from the home screen, navigate to the favorites and you scroll right there on anything and you see a see all button, making it so it gets you a a to the proper see all screen with the data. So I'm working on that right now.
You're working on that now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good.
And next, I will implement the tappable level badges instruction. So I will see how to get the first level badge instruction, which is to go to your profile and add a profile pic, if I'm not wrong. I will make it so you can tap on that and actually navigate to the profile. That's what I'm gonna be doing next.
Okay, great. I noticed on the winner circle, every time the trust tips paginate, you see it
Yeah,
briefly.
yeah, it shows it
So
now.
that's a
And
more of a
um,
more argument actually for us to go ahead and just have a show more button.
mhm, indeed, yeah. This discussion we had yesterday is perfect for that because now we actually have something below the trust tips, right? So it makes sense to make it so instead of auto paginating, we have a see more there in case people actually want to see more. But if don't, they actually can see the winner circle.
Right, right. Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be actually pretty straightforward to implement since it is already implemented, right? So I
Yeah,
believe what we're gonna do there instead of paginating on the scroll end, we're gonna paginate on the button tab. So
great. Okay.
perhaps do you want me to focus on that real quick before?
Probably, yeah. And also, when you tap on one of the users, can you navigate them to the profile?
That's pretty clever, of course.
Yeah, kind of
Haven't thought of
instinctual. Sure, a lot of people will do that.
that. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. We'll do. We'll do.
Okay, great.
Let me take
What else?
notes on this.
Um,
Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay. Okay, that'll be good. But
So yeah,
yeah, so,
your
yeah.
circle.
So yeah, I think maybe we can
User
load.
navigates the profile.
Yeah, maybe we'll load like 10 trust tips, and then with the show more button, it'd be nice if it said show, 26 more, whatever the number is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll see if that's doable in an easy way.
Okay, cool.
So for that button, you kind of want it to look like the ones in the spotlight people screen, right?
Yes.
Where you
Yeah, where it
you
says show 23 more. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So
Thanks.
kind
Yeah.
of like that, right?
Yep, just like that. That'd be perfect.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, great. And that'll solve our
So
issue with
yeah,
the
we'll focus this first for continuing on the other stuff.
cool. Okay,
Cool.
great. It's looking good. Um, I might have a couple little other things on it, but I'll slack you if so.
Awesome.
Great.
Yep.
All right, looking good. Let me know how it goes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wells. So, Jerry, did you send me the data?
I sent you it in CSV.
Okay, cool. Slack.
Slack. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Let me take a look. So you also included that one where after they get 100 messages.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when I'm looking at these numbers, like let's go to the second one where it says get this app. Um, what do the numbers mean? I see 40, 39, I see 81. I don't have any like names.
What do you mean names?
I just see numbers.
Yeah. So there's create the column. The first number is created. So that's how many invites were created with that message.
Okay.
And then the next column is accepted. And then the next is the conversion rate.
I see. Gotcha. Okay. Hmm. Get this app still converts the highest. Wait, here's one. Oh, this one's at 33%. but it's 10 out of 143. Oh, no, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's big enough. I think it has like
Five
some
out of,
is
5 out of 15.
right. It's not high enough like the other ones.
Yeah. Well, and it's also identical to the one above it.
Hmm.
So how come they're are they in two different spots?
There's probably a very fine difference. Let me see. Oh, read the whole column because one of them has it's invite only, and I'm only picking close friends. Are you down? Add me with the link.
One has 2 heart emojis and one has 1 heart.
Yeah, there's like all the different variations.
Okay.
Oh, and like one of them, the number of line breaks. Yeah, like any variation made.
Interesting. This tagged and check-in one, is it really only 9 were sent? This is second from the bottom.
Well, that is actually more like 4%.
But it looks like only 9 were sent.
Wait, what are you? The 16 were sent. Oh wait, tagged you in a check-in. Oh, name tagged you in a check. Oh, you know why? Because we changed that.
Maybe.
We changed it with this link. This gives name credit. They would be so happy.
That's the
So
one. Oh,
that 9 was sent. We changed where it got sent with to that message.
I see.
So it'd be like 70 check-ins were sent.
It's only 5%. Wait a minute. The very, very bottom one, when does that get sent?
That gets sent when you tag on a check-in.
But it doesn't even say anything about being tagged in the check-in.
Yeah, because we send another message.
Oh, it's the secondary one.
Yeah.
You see, they come. Wait a minute.
So when you get tagged in a check-in, it's like, hey, you've been tagged in a check-in.
Yeah.
Use this to chat with them. And then there's also it sends another message after it. It says, use this link to download Circles. They would be so happy.
We sent 2?
Well, we send one message that says you were tagged in a check-in, and then there's another one that says,
Why don't we just send the link with the first one? Is there a
I
reason?
pricing wise, I don't think it matters. That's
But
weird.
was there a reason we didn't combine it? I don't remember.
I don't recall.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have some feedback on this. Why would there be 9 and then 61? Shouldn't they be equal?
No, because it was where we created. They should be combined through their flows.
It seems like the very last one gets sent far more often.
Yeah, because we changed it. Like there's no AB. It's just the flow when we send the message. So now that second one is probably the one that's being exclusively sent. Like we don't send that one before it.
Well, I'm glad we're looking at this. That's a huge mistake. We're missing the whole reason to send a message. Being like we're not telling people they were tagging the check-in.
Oh no, we are telling them that. It's
How?
like it's sent as a separate message.
I'm not seeing that here.
Try tagging an external user in a check-in. Because I'm just sending one, like I'm just logging it for one message. Like I'm not logging the full like double message. I think best if you try tagging an external user and seeing the messages you'd get.
Okay. Can we reset an account?
Sure.
Todd, do you have a phone that you want to wipe?
I do. Do we need to? I can wipe it. Do we need to get a new number for it, or can it just be cleared from?
What do you think, Jerry? It doesn't need a new number, does it? You can just remove from the database.
He doesn't need a new number.
Okay. Yeah. So Todd, give him the number you want removed.
Okay, one sec.
Okay.
Give me just a moment.
Okay. And send me that number too. Well,
Yeah,
no.
we'll do.
Yeah, send me that number because I'll use it to tag you.
Sure.
I mean, I want to change the wording in that message. I'm gonna go back to the one that's been working this whole time. Seems like it's working the best. I'll Slack you about it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry, John. Did you say wipe the phone or just remove wipe circles from the phone?
What Jerry's going to do is he's going to remove the phone number from our system and everything associated with it as though that phone has never onboarded. So
Okay.
yeah. So should Todd do anything more than that, Jerry, or just wait for you to?
Just I need to know the number. That's all I'm
I'll
waiting.
message it to you right now.
Yep. And I do too.
No problem.
Okay, I got the number. Did you get the number, Jerry?
Yep, he just sent it.
Okay. I just sent you the updated text. I mean, and if you're free or whenever you're free, let's look at that on favoriting flow.
So change the whole thing to get this app.
Yeah. Everything will get taken out except for the link. I mean, I guess you don't really control the link, right?
Yeah, I don't control. Yeah. Okay, so only in this like place.
Yeah, this place here for sure.
Um,
Because this one we don't even use that longer one anymore.
well,
Jerry,
this
Mhm.
because like with I did a search and I find that we using this text in other places here. Well, okay, like for example, like the SMS here, and also if a user share to Instagram, Snapchat,
That long one with two paragraphs?
Yeah.
Because Jerry just sent me a bunch of.
Wait, that long one with two paragraphs. No, I don't think that's quite right.
It's not. It's not really supposed to be. That one's not supposed to be used anywhere. I mean, and
Yeah,
you're saying in other places.
yeah, because if it's in social media, then that would be a campaign link.
Yeah, which can be a little different. Well, it's not the link we're talking about now. We're talking about text.
Okay, I can change down the text. Yeah, make it get this.
Where else are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it like in the social media, for example, sharing within Instagram. Like, let me see to be exactly where. Share to external. Where this is being used. Share to external at targets. Okay, so this text is being used like in the edit SOT. Like there's like if you want to share with Instagram and
You, okay. By the way, I think that's not working in production, but I think it is working in the latest build, right?
it should be, yeah.
Let's see, Todd, if you could, and Chantel, test to make sure those Instagram and Snapchat link buttons are working. Like if you edit your Circle Trust and find friends for other apps.
Okay.
If you tap those in the production version, I don't think they do anything. I mean,
Let me check.
in the one that's in the App Store, build 42, but it is working here on 43 and 44.
Oh, sweet. There's not much change of how they should be working between the two versions.
I know. I don't remember us changing anything, but I know one of them was broken, and I know you fixed it recently.
Not recently, but I remember I worked on it like 2 months ago, something like that. But
Okay.
not really recently.
Don't tell when you tap on the Instagram or Snapchat icon, does it open for you?
I'm
Seems like
downloading
it's
the
working
newest
for
version,
me.
Okay.
but let me check
Sorry.
production.
Okay. What does it open for you, Todd?
Yeah, no, it's if I go to the edit SOT and I choose Insta, Snap, those
Uh-huh.
work. Those take go to
Yeah. What does
Instagram,
it
go to
open?
Snapchat.
Tell me exactly what you see when you tap on Instagram.
Yeah, it shows me a list of users in Instagram, and then a button next to them that says send.
Okay.
Yeah, those aren't working for me in production.
In the App Store version.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that happened to me, but they do seem to be working now in 43 and 44.
Okay.
It's working for me in 42.
It is?
Production.
I'm at 42. It's working.
Okay. Huh.
Let's try another Android.
Snapchat one doesn't work for me in
Works for me.
I'm in 44.
Let me try one of these other ones.
And the message is different. I mean, with the when I tap on the green, the message icon, it's not the two paragraph one, it's the shorter one.
Let me see. We have that one.
Which that one's okay. It's that two paragraph one I got rid of.
The green. Um,
Yeah, I can share the green here.
yeah, like I need screenshots or like video because I'm confused. Like the code here, like those buttons, all of them show the same message.
Interesting. Okay, no worries. Let
But
me show.
maybe like let me see. Um, here it is.
Okay, check it out. So here is okay, so green button gives me this one, which is the shorter version, right?
Okay.
You had sent me a
The big,
longer version. Um,
maybe yeah. Like they're slightly different. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, favorites like one of these pieces.
this one's so long that it doesn't fit in the whole window. Notice how versus this one, which is more compact, it fits in the input field, whereas this one doesn't even fit. It's so much longer. So
Mhm.
this is the one I want you to replace. This is where you go to add a contact. It's from here, right?
It's weird. Like, can you show me the other screenshot?
Yeah, this is live right now
Oh,
in the
it's
app.
invite only. Okay. Let me.
It was from here.
I'm doing some search with keywords from that message to see where it's being.
Well, yeah, and they are similar wording, so that's gonna throw you off a little bit because they do share
Yeah.
a lot of the same words.
Can you go back to that screenshot where it says it's invite only? I did like a search for invite only. I didn't find it in the app. Like, so that's coming from the back end.
Okay, so
This should
Jerry,
this should come from the back end.
yeah, so Jerry, if I go through this flow right here in the web view, and then I get the drawer, it's
Mhm.
populating with this one,
Uh-huh.
which is two paragraphs, which is not included in the list that you gave me.
I see.
There's no two paragraph one in here.
It's,
What's
it's there. It's I saw it's invite only. You see, yep, the one in the middle.
Middle.
Now it's in the top. The one at the in the top.
Okay, yeah.
I
But
guess.
that's slightly different because see how it's one paragraph?
see?
Well, are you sending slash in it?
Let's
Are you?
see.
Oh, okay. I see that web view. The web view is using uh two different images. I mean, two different messages.
Okay.
So the web view, which that should still be there. Like, um, yeah. The actually the very last one would be the web view.
The very last one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That.
does say invite only with the dash.
No, sorry. Add me with the link.
Add me with this thing. How come this one has the line break?
I think it's in the CSV. Let me.
Shouldn't there be like a BR?
Yeah, there is. Depends on how you're reading it.
This is reading different too. See how it says, I'm just picking close friends, dot, 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 you down. Oh, yeah, that is there too. Okay.
Yeah, I see the one with the line break. That one has, yeah, that's the one that has 15 and 5. That says 15 and 5, like in the middle of your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see the line break on your screen, but on my screen, I see the line break.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. These are all very similar, aren't they? Because like then there's one below it. It's 18 and 3. But it's like I think it's exactly the same.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be that maybe it's like the apostrophe or something with it. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, the one that is 15 and 5.
That's the one that's happening on the web view.
Yeah.
And this one that's 15 and 5, how do we know that wasn't 5 clicks from testing?
That's a good one.
Because like the one above it is 7% click through rate. I'm more inclined to believe that. Then again, that one has two emojis. Maybe that ruined it.
Mhm.
Is it could it be that much of a difference? It's hard to tell because it's such a small sample, and the one below is only 3 out of 18. Um,
Yeah, that's I'm gonna say that's pretty tricky because we don't have like enough data.
yeah,
Would be about 10 times this, I would say, to be able to give a confident answer if it's working or not.
yeah. The fact that the top one is so bad. Where does this top one go with the two heart emojis?
I think we took that one
Let me
down.
say top. So now it's on top. The one with two heart emojis.
Like it too. Let's see. Do-do-do-do. I think you swapped that one out a while back.
I thought so too, but it has the most sends, 143, most
Let's
by far. And well, there's this one up here with 78. Well, then there's this one with 101.
Yeah, I think we yeah, I'm gonna say we swapped it out.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This one has 585.
And that's why we have like get this app as well. So because we made one of the
Which is
modifications.
still,
There's one that wasn't doing well, and you said, "All right, we're just going to change it to get this app."
yeah, that's the one that's still doing the best, 18.5%.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a reason a bunch of apps do it. That's why I copied it from them.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, this one is a close second at, well, depending on which one we look at, 17.8% is in the middle there without the emoji.
I wonder if it would be any different if we put that person's name in the message.
Interesting. Maybe.
And
Mm.
then whatever you're in the context as.
Well, it's on the ticket. It says, well, no, it says you. Yeah, I know it is on the ticket. Both names, I think. The inviter and the invitee. Okay. Well, let's do this. I don't like this is live right now. I don't like how it's got the line break and everything. Let's just change this one, Jerry. This is after you add a contact, so it's after this.
Okay, so what do you want? Get rid of the line
Just go-
break?
No, let's just go with get this app. Simple.
Okay, all of them will be get this app.
Will that change it on all of them?
No, just on the web view.
Just the web view, yeah. Do
Okay.
that one. No.
Got it. Get this app. It is.
Cool. Perfect. That makes more sense right here. Okay, so capital G, and then everything else lowercase, no period, no exclamation mark, no emojis.
No, nothing.
Cool. Okay. Um, okay, so I mean, we got a couple things we're looking at here. So then it appears this snap button. I'm tapping it right now. It's not working for me.
Do you have Snap installed?
I do not. So maybe that's why. But
Yeah.
no way, sorry, that I don't have Instagram either. And Instagram takes me to the App Store.
I think that depends to the app, or I get yeah. Like what we do is like we request to open. Just what we like. We don't control whether it's gonna be like the app or the app store. Just like we request to open
Mhm.
the app, and it's the system that decides what to do next. I'm not sure
Let's
what's
test
going
a
on with.
couple of others. Todd, do you get Snapchat doing anything?
So, in QA or prod?
This is the latest QA build.
So in QA, what you just said what yours does, where when you tap Instagram, it opens the I think the Play Store or the App Store.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah,
But when we tap Snapchat, nothing happens.
right.
For me, in 43 on Android, mine is the opposite of that. When I hit Instagram, nothing happens. When I hit Snapchat, it goes to the Play Store.
Okay.
And you have both installed.
I have none installed on that phone.
Okay.
Try a phone where you have them installed, like on your main phone, maybe.
I can't do 43 on my main phone. I put a video. I have 42, which is in production. I
Mhm.
put a video in development showing me using each of those buttons, and they all work just fine.
And that was which build?
42 in the Google Play Store in production that everyone's using right now.
Yeah. Okay. And it opened the apps.
Yes, it opened Instagram. So I have Instagram. I hit. I don't have Snapchat. Well, I do have Snapchat, but it's not logged in. But it did pull up Snapchat.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
messages one works, and the other one works.
So it brings you
Yeah.
here.
On 44, they both work for me, but it doesn't work in production for me.
The hell?
Okay. And this is where it brings you in Instagram. What if you were to tap
Yeah,
one of these send buttons? Does it
I
populate
did
a message?
in the video.
Okay.
If you look at the very bottom, I do hit one, Joe Gillis or Joe something, and it just changes to done. I didn't go any further than that. I
What
can
is it sending?
don't know. I didn't hit. I didn't hit. I don't know if done means it was
You
done
check
or I had
what
to
was
tap
the
done to finish it. I can try it
I
and see.
just sent it to Danny as a test,
Okay.
and it has the old ticket, but the text is just um the percent thing. I don't know if that's a O or a zero, A, HTTP, like, and the rest is a link.
Okay. We should probably
And,
fix all this.
and
Sounds
if
like
I click on it, it doesn't take me anywhere. Like if I click on the link in Insta, or
mm,
okay, I have to click the ticket,
gotcha. So we need a little bit
but
of
it also
Joe.
doesn't look right.
Okay, we're gonna stop there. It's sounds like it all needs some work. We're gonna need some help from Jerry and Amin on this, and you, Chantel, and Todd to report some of what you're seeing. But also, not just that. I don't use Instagram or Snapchat. Um, what would you expect to happen here? I don't think this is exactly what we want. I'm looking at my screen right now. If you can see my screen share, um, just hitting a send button with no message populated is kind of weird. So,
wait? It should be a message there.
well, let's
I'm
see.
not
Is
sure
this?
how, because that now you are inside the Instagram app. Like here
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
Instagram app. So did we? Here's it says sending. Like I
I
don't
can
think
show you what's happening.
like there was no
Sorry.
message. There was no message attached.
No. So here's what's weird. So that screen. Notice when I do hit send on one of them. Now I don't know what sent. I can't see anything, right?
If
But
you
I
were to
hit the
go to your,
done button.
if you were to go to your conversation with Joe Gillis, I see
Yes.
that it says doesn't say send anymore here. But if you were going to go to your conversation with him, do you see a sent message?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it in development just now.
Well, can you describe it to me? What does it say?
Yeah, it's in development. Just it shows a preview. It says add me on Circles. It says Todd Fiore invited you to Circles, and there's a link.
Okay, so it did send a message.
It did.
It sounds a
So when I
link
hit
with people.
send, it changed. What's weird is I don't see what I'm sending. I don't
Right.
understand. I
So
don't use Instagram, so I don't know. I hit
so
send. It changes the button from send to undo, but then I hit the done button just below it, and then go into the messages, and I can see it send. But I didn't see it before it sent. So I don't know how Instagram works,
what were
sir.
you saying, man?
So that's like inside Instagram. I'm not sure how they're doing. Like, do you have other apps where they allow you to share to Instagram to see what's going on there with them?
Yeah.
Because
Can you
Check.
try Lock It? Have you used that before?
No.
Do you have another app where you can if not, you can download it. If or do you have another app
Possibly.
where you have the option to send to Instagram or
Yeah.
Snapchat?
Let me try. Let's see. Give me just a moment.
Uh-huh. So Lock It, for instance, this is what they do. It's you're going to see a very similar look and feel. This may look very familiar to you because this is kind of a
Yes.
borrowed design here in some ways. So if I were to tap on Instagram here, I don't have Instagram, so nothing's gonna happen. Snapchat, I don't have Snapchat. Message, they do the populated message. So
Well,
Uh,
for me, I just tried it on iOS, like, and it opens Instagram, and there was like a preview of the text that it was gonna be about to send.
it was a preview window before you sent.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of bizarre things happening
because
between.
that's like now you're inside Instagram. I'm not sure like what they're doing there, and we don't have any control.
Well, a little bit. You can choose where to open Instagram.
You choose you want to share to Instagram, and you attach the text and the link. That how Instagram is gonna
Well,
present that.
there's
It's
other options, right? You can share in a story, right?
I mean, now this is not a scheduled story, but
I,
like as a
you know,
DM.
but we have the option as the app developers to do that if we wanted to.
Yeah, if Instagram allowing to, and
They
it
do.
is, yeah, they do. But like I'm saying, like sharing as a DM
Yep.
is like this is what you're asking to share a DM to Instagram, and you're allowed to just include the text and the link if you want to. I guess in the image, I'm not sure about that, but like the text and the link, it's there. But like how they are gonna be presented inside Instagram, that's up to Instagram.
So yeah, I hear what you're saying. So if Slack, give me 1 second. Okay, so here,
Yeah, this
what?
is
Please pause. Okay, thank
yeah, I get it. This is Instagram. This is
you. Yeah, and you're saying you had a different experience. You saw a message compose screen.
yeah, at the bottom. Yep.
Okay. Now,
And mm-hmm.
Pod didn't. Maybe different
He's
versions.
he's Android, iOS, so that's
Right.
why they're different. And also the list for me, it's not like a list view.
Okay.
It's like a grid view. Um, not a grid view, but like not
It's a
like
crazy how like even with Instagram doing it like that they would have it inserted into a compose just coming from another app to where sending just I don't even know programmatically how they can skip the step of the compose screen. How do they not have even have it in between here? How does it skip all the way to like you're sending? You can't come to this screen in Instagram just from a different screen and then just hit send and it just sends like any random message. Like, where does the message even come from?
yeah, that's like the message like we can attach it, but I think here is not being shown, or maybe like we don't get the full idea. Maybe it's there somewhere. You
Here,
just have to toggle
I'll
it.
get you a little video of what's actually happening. It is very odd. I tried from another app into Instagram and it worked the exact same way that Circles did, where
And
I
I did
didn't see what the compose looked like. You just hit a send to somebody, and that was it.
Yeah, that's so bizarre because
yeah, it's like add to Instagram. And also, maybe are you using the latest in Instagram?
Actually, yes. Actually, what's different is okay. Here's an example, and I could show you some quick screen records if you want. What's interesting is, okay, I use uh, one of my apps called Strava. It's a workout or fitness app, and it records your workout data, right? And I can look at my in Strava. It shows my workout activity for some certain day or time, and shows some data of my workout. I can see the data, and there's a share option for me to share. So at this moment in time, I know I'm about to share my workout data, but I don't know what it's going to look like. I hit the share option, choose Instagram. It does the exact same thing that we're seeing in the video that I sent, that Circles does, where it shows us some names. I just choose any of them and hit send, but that's it. Hit done, and it's sent. I can go into the messages and see my workout data that I
okay. So,
sent.
so long story short, you have an app and it does a similar ability to
Mhm.
share to Instagram, and it basically does exactly what we're seeing in this screen record, where you don't see what you're sending.
Correct. Although in Strava, I know what I'm sending. Well, at least I have an idea of what I'm sending. Is that data? I guess it's the same for Circles, right?
Not
I
really.
know what
'Cause,
I'm right.
coming here and hitting just a button for the app.
Right.
Like I sent him like a screenshot of how it looks like in iOS. Like in yeah, you see there, like there's a text. This is how it was for me. As soon as I press the Instagram app,
Mhm.
it opens this
Yeah.
with the message with the link there. So
It
there's
didn't
everything.
have a text message, just a link.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure why there is like a text there. It should be, but
Right.
but
Here,
like
um, actually here, no, it did not have the text.
yeah, I can see that. I'm not sure why the text is not there. Like on
Actually,
the
I can't
screen.
tell what I'm looking at. Todd, why are there two tickets? Were these sent today or is one from a long time ago?
The URL isn't right either. There's that percent OA.
They're both from today. You're seeing things I was doing today. It's
Okay,
hitting setting it twice
I see.
or three times
Why is
in a
it
row.
percent OA in front of the URL?
Yeah, where did that come from, Jerry?
Yeah, the whole thing there, it's something is wrong. Like I'm sending a correct URL and also a text. Like there's a long text that should be going there. I'm not sure why it's not there. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's the thing that I need to figure it out.
Okay.
Um, hey, if it's a
And
link.
then, Jerry, we have a different thing, right? Where it shows like the person. We don't have that there.
Mm, that would be. Let me think about this. Mm, yeah, send me that link and I'll take a look at it. But I think it could also be that it's being cached by Instagram like that.
Okay. Todd, will you send this link to Jerry, please?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. And will you tap on that link and tell me what happens?
Yeah, no problem. Let me send it to him first.
And so, I mean, we're getting different behaviors on build 42, 43, 44. Maybe we should ignore 42 and 43 since
Mm-hmm.
we're, we're at 44 anyway. Should we just start at 44 and
Yeah.
okay. So Chantel and Todd, don't worry about what's going on 42 and 43. Don't report on it. Not important. We're gonna
Okay.
start with 44. And I can't remember what you guys said. For me, Snap doesn't do anything, but Instagram takes me to the App Store. Do you
Well,
open? Yeah, go ahead.
well, because they're not installed. We don't control that, and I think the reason why Instagram opens the App Store because you already did install the Instagram once.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's not worry about my experience. But Todd and Chantel, do you do in Build 44 and
Uh-huh.
only 44 we're talking about? Do either of these buttons for Instagram or Snapchat open the app, Instagram
Yeah.
or Snap?
Yeah.
Both do in 44?
Yes.
Okay. And Todd, for you, you had a problem, I think.
Um, let me. I'm sorry. Let me double check. Give me a moment. Well,
Okay.
so many different phones here. Hold on.
I just had some
I'll be right back.
UI issues going through that, but nothing crazy.
Okay. Let's get those documented as well.
I took screenshots.
Okay, cool. And I mean, are you confident then we can't open a compose window in Instagram if Instagram doesn't let us? It's up to them.
We're we're asking to open the compose, like the one.
We are asking. Okay.
Yeah, and it seems for Android it's not showing it.
Interesting.
Still, there is an issue with the text. That's it should be there.
Yeah, that's
There's some
odd. And
yeah.
what is that percent OA? Is it possible that Instagram's adding that? Is that possible?
Maybe that or the library we use in. Yeah,
Mm.
So I think what's going on, like Instagram did some updates. So when now we're depending on Instagram, but we're still using some old version of a library that allows us to share to Instagram,
Mm.
where they're not up to date with the latest of Instagram.
Ah, that
So
makes sense.
that's why. So let me see what's the version we're using of that library that allows us to share.
Okay.
Uh, using 10. We're using a version 10. There's a version 12. The latest is a 12. We're using 10. And how long? That's like a year of changes. We're
Okay.
a year behind the changes. And of course, Instagram did a lot of updates in this year. So we need
Right.
to, I think if I just upgraded the library, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Like with the text.
Okay. Let's start with that. I wonder if we should worry about the UI stuff from Chantel's end, or maybe we just wait until the upgrade.
UI, like what's
It's a couple things were wonky. She was describing. I don't remember, but there was some wonkiness in it. What was it, Chantel, that would happen when you tried to message on Instagram?
So it sent the ticket and it had a weird URL in the sense that before it had the
Oh yeah, that's right. The
HTTP.
tick.
it's the same issue, like a weird URL with the text missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have Jerry look at that. Okay, and also look at how we get the photo of the user and stuff like that in there.
I didn't like the fact that I didn't know what was going to get sent, as you guys were already
Yeah,
talking about.
that's weird, but it probably just because that library needs updating and Instagram made changes, so it's skipping some steps or something. We'll get it sorted out.
So just to confirm, on 44, um, when I edit Circle of Trust and use those icons, Instagram, when I tap it, does nothing. When I tap Snapchat, it wants to open the App Store, and
Interesting.
then
That is really
yeah,
interesting.
and then
And you
the other two work.
you have Instagram installed.
No, I've never. Well, let me double check. This is a test phone that has never used,
Yeah, like
never
if
installed any apps other than Circles.
okay, like if the app is not installed, nothing will happen, of course, because we're requesting to open the app. The app is not installed, nothing will happen. I guess that's how they
Yeah.
handle it.
Okay, that makes sense. So why don't you try installing Instagram on there, Todd?
Okay.
And let's see. And it'll be
All
good
right.
to do Instagram and Snapchat on that phone as a test because we're going to be doing a lot more testing over the coming days on it.
Okay. No problem. Yeah.
Because
Again, Snapchat does try and pull up the Play Store to try and install it, but Instagram just does nothing.
okay, and that might be the mean was saying maybe because Snapchat was once installed on that phone, so maybe that's has something to do with it.
Yeah, for
Mm,
me too. I press the Snapchat, nothing happens because I never installed Snapchat on this device. So
that's weird. Yeah. This. I mean, again, these are test phones. These are phones that are clean installed that I've
Well,
never used before,
we're
other than testing.
we're not gonna worry about it if they don't have it installed. That's whether it opens the app store or doesn't. It's not really. It's
It's
kind
not
of neither here nor
okay.
there.
Relevant.
We're really gonna care about if they do have it and they want to share. It needs to show the proper compose screen,
Okay.
open the app properly, and then share properly and all that stuff. That's the main thing we're
Okay.
gonna focus
I'll install those right now.
on. Cool, cool. Thank you. So we could let Amit go. I think Amit, were you Amit? You were looking into something, right?
Yes, John.
I
So
think-
I found it that that profile has trusted image key in the database, but image is not present in the Cloudberry.
Um, yeah, probably because of the migration.
Yes.
Why is
And
it
so,
why identified in the last run?
so we did not run for trusted. We ran for profile only
I see.
in valid image.
So there'll
Mhm.
be others out there like that. Is there a
Yep.
solution? Like, do we have the images?
No, we don't have images.
Oh, they're gone forever.
Yeah.
I don't know where
So
they were before.
Right. I'm sure
before it
that.
was on Amazon S3 bucket.
Okay. I mean, if do you feel
Let
like
me
you could
share.
recover
Let
on
me
it?
share. Let me share my screen. I will show you.
Okay.
So
Do you think
see,
they're
this is
recoverable?
this is the our old S3 bucket.
I
So
see.
images was there like vendor. So if I'm going to that vendor now, I'm also not able to trusted images here.
Hmm.
Old vendor. This is, see here. Okay, why profile key? There was the images. And if trusted image, I am not also able to see it here.
So what's base.jpg? Can we confirm that's the same profile?
Yeah, I will confirm you. Oh, 1 minute. Image adjusting it. Here, there's one more image folder. 8470 8470. Yeah. See, mm, see, this was the
That's Burger King.
burger.
Is it Burger King?
Yeah.
No, homemade ice cream.
So that's not the right image. Oh yeah, it does say Burger King, isn't it?
So it's not even the right place.
Mm.
Nope.
But if you will go for 90, like take to you now, here, I will show you 91. 19, this is take to you. And there's one more folder, trust tip here. These are our trust tip images. But I did not see for this one.
And what about those?
So these are the trust tip images for take to you.
Okay, why are we looking at these?
So it's like the for reference we are checking the old bucket.
Mhm.
Okay,
So, but I did not see trusted folder for this one in the old bucket also.
I see.
Okay,
So
that
okay,
migration issue.
so I mean, it's not the worst thing. So how do we handle it?
So like we have already a script, so I will run those script for trusted also, and we will delete those one where we will not find the images.
It'll delete them.
Hmm.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
that it will not so like this invalid thing.
Okay, so those will all be gone.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and Jerry, you already changed the address.
Yep.
Todd, can you check that? Would it be in production or QA?
Both.
Okay,
Both.
either production or QA, whatever is convenient for you. Will you check that ice cream place and see if the address is now correct?
Yeah.
Cool. And Amin, you had a note, right, to look at the white bar for the nav buttons down there on
Mm-hmm.
the.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And are you looking into the Instagram stuff? You upgrading the library?
Yeah. I'm doing that right now.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, John. Then I will run the script and I will delete for the invalid trusted images.
Sounds good. Alrighty then. We'll try and come up with some tasks for you
Okay.
and see you tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks everyone. Have a good day.
Thanks, all,
Thanks,
Have a good night.
Amit. So it does work. I have the right profile. Still the issue with the trusted images, but it is at the right profile.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Tomorrow, check it again, and those trusted images should be gone.
Cool.
Cool. What else? I wanted to test the topic thing. That's gonna be a little trickier. And then there was one other thing.